This video is closed captioned. Spain tourist scams and tricks that you shouldn't fall for. Spain is one of the world's top tourist destinations for a good reason. Whether you're there for the food, the wine, or the beauty, nothing beats a trip to Spain. But with popularity comes risk, just like with any big city. Here are the most common scams to watch out for when visiting Spain to keep your vacation safe and pleasurable. One scam that people fall victim to occurs when you're trying to take a picture of your group. Someone might come up and offer to take the picture for you. That way you can be in it with your family and friends. When you give them the camera, though, they simply take off with it instead of helping as they promised before. What's more, most people just use their phones to take pictures, so you're left without your most efficient way to navigate and get help. If your phone was unlocked when you handed it over, you can be sure they will be going through all your information to look for bank accounts, passwords, emails, and credit card info. The best way to avoid this scam is simply not to hand any of your belongings to strangers for any reason. Don't be fooled by friendly strangers offering to do you a favor sometimes. They are simply trying to get money or anything of value within reach. Another scam involves a somewhat complicated setup designed to fool even the savviest travelers from around the world. So be sure to watch out for this one. Someone approaches you for directions, which should raise alarm bells. You are a tourist. How could you know any guidance here? It makes no sense, right? You decline to say you don't know. Then they go along their way. Minutes later, a non-marked police car approaches you, and the officers flash you a badge fast and tell you they are investigating the person you just talked to moments ago. They ask for your identification and go through your stuff, only to steal it and drive off before you know what happened. These crooks are impersonating police officers so they can get their hands on anything they want from tourists and follow their instructions to help the so-called investigation. Avoiding this scam requires you to break a common habit that most people instinctually use when interacting with others. You have to learn how not to talk to strangers asking for help. It may seem rude at first, but most scammers rely on being able to approach tourists in person, and asking for help is the easiest way to get close to strangers. If approached by the police, it might be handy to know what an actual police badge is supposed to look like in Spain so that you can spot a scammer with ease. If you enjoy our video, join us on our journey worldwide by subscribing to our channel. Please click the bell icon to get notified when we publish a new video. Scams are born in the streets and evolve as the effective ones catch on in popularity and the ineffective ones die out. One scam that has been around since ancient Greece is known as the shell game. This is the game we've all seen a dozen times, where the performer has a ball that is placed under one of three cups. Then they shuffle these cups around quickly and ask for a volunteer to guess which cup contains the ball they showed you at the beginning. There are multitudes of magic tricks that have spawned out of this game, involving making balls appear and disappear out of thin air. It's no surprise that this can be used as a scam that preys on confident tourists who think they can outsmart the performer. Unfortunately, the game is completely rigged. Another trick they'll use to gain your confidence is putting a scammer friend or multiples in the audience who will win at the game and show everyone how easy it is to make some quick money. They are working with the scammers together as a team, scamming you, so no money is actually being lost. Avoiding this one is very easy. Just don't let anybody invite you to this game. You can find it around most tourist attraction areas like Las Ramblas, the area around Sagrada Familia, Barrio Gótico, Plaza Catalunya, Parkwell in Barcelona. If you enjoy the rush of gambling, there are other ways to satisfy that urge. Gambling is legal in Spain, so feel free to visit any of the well-established casinos where you can play games or bet on sporting events to your heart's content. And remember, if someone offers you something for free on the street, be aware that there may be an ulterior motive. Our next scam on the list is done by expats and stranded deadbeats, and some of those scammers have been doing it for years as a job to stay above water. Mainly while you are in Barcelona or Madrid or even Sevilla enjoying your time there, you might be approached or meet casually any random foreign tourist who starts a conversation with you, telling you very heartbreaking and sad stories about how he lost his passport, or his luggage was stolen, or he got robbed and had all his money stolen. It is always the same sob story they invent. The goal here is to get any money out of you. They could ask for 10 euros for something to eat, or 30 euros for a taxi ride back to their hotel, or even more like a few hundred euros to get a return plane ticket back home. All depends how weak they see you. Don't fall for this scam. My advice here is ignore any stranger walking up to you without any reason and starting a conversation and requesting money from you. Think about it: if they were really robbed, they must go to the police to file a report and notify their embassy to get a return airplane ticket. For sure, they would not hit up any stranger to ask for help. At Las Ramblas in Barcelona, taxi scams are common in prominent tourist destinations, and Spain is no different. One of the most common tricks is manipulating prices so that tourists end up paying more for their services than they usually do. There are several ways to accomplish this. Claiming the meter is out of order. They will promise you a fair price, but the scam relies on you not having knowledge of reasonable cab prices in the area. Another tactic is to ask for a fixed fare before giving you the ride. This is easily spotted as a scam because that's simply a way for the driver asking for an overpriced amount since he knows you are a tourist. They know what a fair price would be but aren't willing to work for that cheap. They know tourists have a lot of money, so scamming is very profitable for the scrupulous taxi drivers. You can use several strategies to avoid taxi scams in general, which seems to be prevalent in any tourist destination in the world. The simplest way to dodge these scams is to take public transportation wherever you go. You'll have to be sure to have plenty of change and small bills since most buses won't give change, but you can be confident they won't rip you off, not in Spain. Another method is to know the local taxi rates and have a map online on your phone of the area you're traveling in. This way, you can stay on top of the meter and the driver's path so that you won't be scammed. If the driver is asking for too much, or driving in circles, or giving you the scenic round-trip route, you'll know it and be able to show you're not going to be suckered into overpaying. Once the driver sees you're not going to let them push you around, they will most likely just give up so they can try the scam on the next tourist rather than pressing the issue with someone who is wise to their game. Pickpocketing happens in many busy towns worldwide and is one easy way to have your entire vacation ruined in a few moments. Imagine arriving at your destination only to realize your money, phone, passport, identification, and credit cards are all missing. These are common targets for pickpockets, and they know exactly where to look. They are also masters of distraction. Often they will have one person going around distracting the tourists while another has their hands in everyone's pockets. It's not uncommon for someone to offer you something, either a product of some sort or even flirting with you, as a distraction while they help themselves to whatever is within reach of your person. Even families use their children to steal from people, knowing that if they get caught, there will be no consequences since they can't exactly throw a child in jail. Avoiding the scam requires a little ingenuity and a lot of vigilance. A few products can make it difficult for would-be pickpocketers to access your valuables. Zipper packs, wallet chains, cell phone holsters, and locks on bags can all deter a thief. This is mainly because there are many other easy targets, so wasting time trying to get into your locked bag will be pointless when there are so many unlocked belongings free for the picking. Remaining aware in crowded areas is a little more challenging. You're on vacation, likely trying to organize your day so that it flows smoothly, or perhaps you're absorbed in the beauty of Spain itself. Just be sure you do these things in areas with plenty of room to move around because pickpockets rely on anonymity of a crowd to get lost in after they get what they want. We hope you enjoyed this video. Let us know in the comment section below the video, and if you like this video, be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notifications so you will be the first to know when we publish a new video. Thanks for watching.